was thrilled to be invited to be involved in a recent mission in Rwanda. We all know of the tragedy that took place there some years ago, and so it was with great interest that, and also some trepidation as to how we would define things. But there's a huge hunger for the gospel there. A number of just wonderful ministries on the ground that wanted some people to come in and partner with them to reach a particular area in Gisenyi, Rubavu district next to Goma, Congo, in the far west of the little country of Rwanda. So we were there for 10 days, and the mission had a number of components to it. Two major public evangelistic outreaches on the 2 Sunday afternoons, kind of like bookends. And then in between we had daily rallies in the various zones that they had carved up of the region, with partnering Rwandan evangelists and then 4 international evangelists, 2 from Kenya, 1 from the South Pacific island of Niue, and 1 from England. And then also included in that we had a 3-day School of Evangelism and a 2-day Women's Conference. Robert and Cedric were just 2 of the evangelists that partnered together for the week there that we were in Rubavu. Cedric is a classic evangelist. He just lives and is passionate about sharing his faith. He comes from another religion, another faith, and was, as a young man, was very involved in drugs. And as he explained his testimony to me, he was literally on his deathbed from an overdose, and he felt that the evil one pulling him towards death. But in the vision that he tells about in his testimony, he says that there is a very clear picture of the Lord Jesus Christ coming and grabbing him and saying, "Look, I'm going to pull you to life." And that was the start of his Christian faith, and from that then he really felt a call to share his testimony and share the gospel as an evangelist. He's a young man, still in his mid-20s. He works with the Anglican Church there in Rwanda. Robert Siakamoto was one of the evangelists that we invited to be with us. He's from the South Pacific island of Niue, a former rugby player, a great big guy, very passionate about the gospel. Came to faith early in life, and soon felt a call to go into evangelism, which he's done now for many years. And he's the president of Open Air Campaigners, an evangelistic association that was formed in Sydney in the last century. But Robert came. I had first worked with him in a mission outreach in 1996, and then invited him to be a part of an outreach that we were doing in Jamaica. And then he invited me to come down and be a part of a school of evangelism in Vanuatu, formerly called the New Hebrides. So that was a couple of years ago, and then we invited him to be with us there in Rwanda, both as an evangelist, leading a number of the outreaches, but also as one of the teachers at the school. And a team led an evangelistic outreach at the university there in Gisenyi. And I'll never forget the evening. It was quite dynamic. There were probably 400 students packed into this oversized lecture hall, and a lot of energy. The students themselves, it was wonderful to see the number of hands that went up when they gave the invitation, and then during the time afterwards when they were talking with the individuals, and then tying them back into